Just in case anybody came in, y'all hold on, I'm trying to do something. I promise I'm here. Need to clean my hard drive again. It's very limited right now. Just in case. Hey, Walter. Bear with me. I'm trying to accomplish something. It's failing to comply rather drastically. Okay. I am trying to accomplish sharing my video with the world. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. No. Are you actually texting me instead of whatevering or what? Okay. I can usually tell when I'm going to get slapped. Does that count? But that's not rocket science, actually. Kept looking for somebody to go live so I could have somebody to talk smack to, but nobody was going live. So what the heck I'll do. Everybody's doing all these super serious videos and stuff. Like, if 2020 was a canoe trip, I like that. Great Scott. That's funny. Not really. Oh, my wife's grandkid. I just went live like 5 minutes and 34 seconds ago. Pretty sure nobody's getting the notifications. So if y'all want to tweet it, Instagram it, whatever, text it, I don't care. I just got the notification. Like I said, I've been live 5 minutes and I just got my own notification. I'm subscribed to my own channel. So we are keeping track of what's going on with the stuff or whatever. About fed up with modern society and their inclusion and stuff like that, though. Oh, wait, no, the society basically is the same as it always has been. when somebody's in town and their kid's misbehaving, and well, they don't want him to get in trouble, and then finally somebody else's kid who's basically just, you know, a normal person has enough and does something about the bad behavior, the wrong kid gets put in detention. Yeah, that's not going to stand. I don't know. I'm thinking about yeah, there you go, by accident, of course. Anybody feels the urge to get up here and hang out or whatever, dang it, I need to message him. I was gonna let him go in the after chat, but man, I was wiped out. Kept talking funny because my nose was all stopped up. Um, I've still got a sinus headache but it's not as bad as it was. I was talking to somebody, I think it was Chipper. I was talking anyway. I drove down and the gin was going, and the gin dirt was blowing across the road. And then that was the end of my day. So, yeah. Because I hadn't seen him pop in here yet. Gin dirt's the worst, man. It's got all the stuff that nobody wants in their clothes or their mop or their sheets or, well, anything. Who we got? We got Walter, Chipper, Rob, Vanessa, and that's it so far. They sent Aid a message. Because I was going to let him hang out with me on Tuesday night. I don't really have anything to talk about. I did get my book in today, which I'm not ordering any more Field and Stream junk. This one or the other one doesn't actually tell you anything. Well, so far. You get 2 paragraphs on surviving in a snowbound car. Well, looky there. You get 1 paragraph on surviving in the woods if you're lost. I mean, it's got some solid advice. But it's not a survival manual at all. It's a really cool. It's a really cool picture on the front. Got me for $20 anyway. Just basically just excerpts from their moderately interesting stories that they put in their magazine condensed down into a book. I bought it now, so I'm going to put it in there by the pooper and read it. What were you up so long for? How many pounds did you actually wind up with, Rob? No, I don't need a dollar amount. I'm guessing you had well over 2,500 pounds. If all of them containers were covered. And you go digging through your scrap pile, so I don't know what you had. Yeah, screw that. You know, Rob scrapped the copper, but I just wondered how many pounds. See, I was close. Always wins in the end, Chipper, always. Nothing here knows what to do. The ice came early. It goes up and down, but it usually peaks right at Christmas. So Christmas is when you want to sell if you've got any. I need to get all my freaking copper up there. I don't have that much. Might be able to pay for my wife's brakes if I want to haul it off. Yeah, I used to collect copper. I used to be able to come up with 100, 200 pounds a year, at the job I had, but I don't have that job anymore. So I can't score copper like I used to. And it wasn't nothing spectacular about it, just, dropping 4, 5, 6 inches of copper in my bag whenever I'd finish a job and cleaning my tool bag when I go home. Little short pieces of wire, stuff like that. Stuff everybody else was throwing in the trash, I'd throw in my tool bag. And stack it up. That's free money. I've got some brass out there, but I'm trying to hold on to all my brass because I actually want to try to do some casting. I want to do a brass axe head. To see how that works out for me. That's not entirely true. I want to see if I can do a brass and steel axe head. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. It's just something that have rolled around in my head for 30-something years, and I just want to try it. Oh, man. I guess everybody's got something to do on Friday night now. Yeah, I go live and then boom, I go over here and I check and there's uh, 2 other people live. My face is famous. I found that out today. Ow. A video I'd seen before. I didn't realize I'd seen it. Oh. Anyway, came across it was in my suggested. So I clicked on it and boom, there my face popped up in it. 6.8 million views. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, I need to get to the scrap then. I got a bunch of scrap, what they call tin, galvanized wire and painted metal and all that stuff like that. They count that as tin. Sheet iron and stuff, the old appliances, stuff like that. They count that all as tin. And yeah, government. I don't think I have a ton of it out there, but I might. I guess I ain't just leave. Oi! So, getting any better at darts there, Robert? What's wrong with your chain link fencing? They'll take it. Like I say, it's just they count it as 10. Well, I don't know. Maybe not up there, but down here they take everything. We usually go around and buy chain link fence people are trying to throw away. We fenced everything with chain link fence. It's like really good. Well, it's actually not the best goat fence ever, but it works. they'd take that, just throw it on a trailer and take it down to scrap place. What'd we pay $100 for that last roll of wire we bought? I mean, it was a lot of wire, but it's 4 foot by, I want to say it was 250 foot of wire. 250 foot, but it was only 4 foot tall, but still, I mean, we used every bit of it. Well, I'm not putting it on my truck. Oh, you're talking about my, cannot scrap my beater truck. Still waiting for my inheritance. Damn it. You ever drive that truck, do you? Just keep putting miles on your pretty one. Rob's got a perfectly good Ford out back. He don't drive. Never understood that. I mean, it looks a little rough, but I think it's 1 ton. Hey, Rob, I found a Scout pickup, an International Scout pickup. You seeing? I found it. It's in a pasture. The doors are missing. If I can get a hold of who owns it, I'm not going to go in there and steal it. Big white dogs might not like that. Honestly, I drove by it. It's one of the places we used to go cause trouble back when I was a kid. But the town's not there anymore. But what's left of the town is inside a fence now that has goats and dogs in it. But all the vehicles are still parked there. So I was really surprised that thing was still sitting there. There's a couple of the old grain bed trucks sitting in that fence too. There's a couple of the old school buses back in there. And those buses were in there when I started school. So I don't know how old them things are. The actual house we used to go, they'd have parties there, and it's gone. But I mean, I don't know what. There are so many vehicles out there in that old gin yard. It's crazy. I don't know what all's out there. I looked to see if that one thing was there, and then glanced at the rest of it. But I guarantee you, it's going to be a lot of money getting it back on the road, and you're probably going to have to replace the powertrain. I don't know. I think that one might have been an old mail truck. I'm not 100% sure. As a matter of fact, I think I think, yeah, it's either that or Air Force. I think the steering wheel's on the wrong damn side of the truck. But something like that, I mean, you can, you have to get a builder's title on it anyway, so it's not like you're going to be 100% in it. It'd look really cool going up down the road, though. Even if it had a, you know, I don't even know what you'd stick in something like that. You'd have to be careful. I mean, you could put a small block V8 in it. Back in the day, most of them things come with little 4-cylinders, didn't they? Little 4-cylinders, little 6-cylinders. But I was, cruising around the old neighborhood and I actually found a lot of those old grain trucks over there. I figured they were all gone. Need to go see if I can pick. That's what I want. That's actually okay, Rob. That's actually what I'd like to do is get a piece of property with a shop on it where I could purchase junk like that and then put it in the building, turn it into something, kick it back out the door and sell it online. If you could do 2 a year and make good money off of them, it'd be all right. I'm not that good a body man, though. Honestly, I'm not. I wish I was. I mean, I can do just about anything with my hands except for body work, apparently. You can always see when whatever I fix, you can always tell I fixed it. And I don't, that's not body work. You shouldn't be able to tell anybody that. Body work is an art. You got to be careful though. A lot of those restorations and shit, you can wind up with a lot more money in them than you can get back. Yeah, exactly, Chipper. But if you've got say I could get 15 acres and, I could put up a sheet metal fence around a couple of it. And I was able to get a collection of parts. It would be different. Yeah, I've known 2 guys that actually did the deliberate patina. It took them quite a bit of work to do the trucks have been completely repainted, but they've got the rust, what appears to be rust showing through, and rust and polished steel showing through on the bed and on the driver's side and passenger side doors. And the missing paint on the hood, all that stuff, but it's all a paint job. And it's all clear coated, and it's um, I think the one guy, I think he wants 10 grand for the truck. He's had people offer him close to that, but nobody's actually met his 10 grand, so he's still driving it around. I think somebody offered him 95. But he doesn't have to sell it. They've started building what they call rat rods around here, which I think are actually really cool. I could rock one of those. If I had $1,300 to throw away, if it hadn't already sold, it's probably already sold. I hope it's already sold, so it'll stay out of my mind. The 77 Datsun. Oh, I mean, I'd run the wheels off that little bitch. Somebody's gonna get it and gut it and put a V8 in it. And ruin it just like they've done every other one. Either V8 or anyway, they'll put something in it and try to make a 11 or 12-second car out of it. And I don't want to do all that. Man, I was really hoping C103 would come in. I'd like to know if his wife's feeling better or not. Huh, there you go. Hold on, it just occurred to me that I think I can do it. Guess he is smarter than me. Look, there's Bitty Boo. She must have been thinking about going live. No, just joking. What's new in Oklahoma? What's new? What's new in Oklahoma? Hey, we hadn't heard from Robert Moore in a while either. Come think of it. There's everybody showing up. Did y'all get a notification or just find me on accident? Well, it sounds like it's right outside the door, don't it? Up. He was in the room lurking the whole time. Yeah, apparently I got the last 2 boxes of bullets I'm gonna get. The stuff. I mean, it's just I can't see spending. I mean, I know I need it, but I can't see spending that kind of money on it. I'll just do like all the guys with the ammo are planning on doing, and I'll just wait till I need some, and I'll go over to their house and catch them snoozing, and I'll kill the whole family and take their ammo. Teach them to panic buy and leave me out, stuck out, I guess. Some of it's my fault. I should have bought. I mean, I was buying a little bit here and there. I should have bought more. Hey, Mark, I just texted you, man. Kind of felt bad about my joke or whatever the other day about your wife. I didn't know she was like really sick, man. I really didn't. Might have been. So, LS, how's life in the Democratic Republic of Georgia? So, what do y'all think about this? Crap, what's it called? Potential for the Insurrection Act. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Chipper slapping Smolo and Smolo punching Chipper. Got a fight going on over here in the chat. I was reading in that. I ought to go out there and get that. You should hear the description of how the Civil War got started in that ancient history book I found. Ain't nothing like what they talk about today. Oh, I got to find out how old that book is. Now you got me confused, Robert. He's like that. No willing to pay anything. I'm broke. We're really, 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 really holding on to money right now. You know how you have really big SHTFs that could happen to everybody, like a pandemic. And then you have an SHTF that's lurking and just circling your home. We have a big ass buzzard just circling our home right now, so we're not spending anything we don't have to. It has the power to do a whole lot more than that, Biddy. Basically, all he's got to do is be able to argue that the way they did the voter fraud and everything else they're doing with it is is a coup against the government, basically political insurrection, and he can do the Insurrection Act, and he can go in and he can shut them down. Trump. He can literally go in and take over and basically put the military in charge of every law enforcement agency in the country, and then the military would investigate the voter fraud. And and then go from there. And it's in the Constitution. So it would be really. He almost used it during the riots at the first part of the year. Hey, Aaron. I would like to pay last summer's prices. Which is what it's actually worth. That's the deal. There's ammo available here, but I'm not going to pay that for it. I'm not paying $1.20 for a round. I mean, I'd pay that for $2.70 because a good deer round is a good deer round. But I'm not paying that for overglorified freaking 22. And it's like everybody knows this. Soft point, because I want it to go in and expand. If it has to go out the other side, I want it to rip a giant hole. But just as soon it hit one lung, shred the heart, and stop just this side of the other rib cage myself. My brother's reloads are too hot for that. These are 130 grain soft points, which my rifle sighted in for 136 grains. So So I don't know. I mean, they may not hit right. What I've been trying to find is 38 special or 357. And those are rare as too. But that I want the reloading stuff for. Because all bullshit put aside, I mean, for that 357 pistol, I'll load a ball in it. I'll load a ball in it and crimp it, and pull the trigger on it. Hello? It's Marriott. Anybody that watches any of my videos, if you stay at the Marriott, don't watch my videos anymore. Sorry, honey. I called Marriott and they said, it's not us doing it. How are they going to book me in your hotel if it's not you doing it? My wife had surgery yesterday. I was going to tell that story completely different. But because I love my wife, I'll just tell it the non-funny way. She had where one of those tick bites got infected and it wouldn't get better. And then the doctor gave her antibiotics and there was still a very large red spot around a large hole in her. So he basically just cut a big chunk of her out and threw it in the trash. And it's now very painful. So, I want to lift her up. Yeah. It's not making selling Oklahoma any easier. Because they got me on the hip and a couple places on my leg. And they're not healing up. I don't know what those ticks were in, but we don't ever want to get bit by another one. No, she had red shit around it. I'm all just answering you on the stream and whatever. I mean, it's available out there. I mean, I can buy that stuff. I can buy the rifle ammunition for my deer rifle all day long. I found cases and cases of the 5.56, but it was $14 for 20 rounds. And then it was $18 for 20 rounds. No, it was Canada or something like that. Over there close to, it was down south of Lake Eufaula. Yeah. The one we really thought about, I don't know if we could catch like 6 million possums and turn them loose right there. It was a good piece of property. We'd had to kill a few people throwing out their trash and stuff. I think we'd only have to kill 2 of them. before the other people that were going out there to dump trash would realize that it was a bad idea. So, but I digress. Whatever, we went to that one. It was like an hour and a half from you or something like that. But we got like covered up in little tiny ticks. Hey, Carol. Oh, little tiny. They were they weren't the little super soft, what we call seed ticks. They were little tiny ticks. Wow.
I mean, there was some bigger ones on our clothes too.
Yeah.
They were just a flat.
Just regular flat ticks, but they were just small ones. I'm gonna have to post up and kill the new coyotes. I was hoping they would just stay off the dirt, but they're not gonna do it. You know, so far they haven't given us any trouble, so I was gonna leave them alone. Think so. Well, I don't know what to do, because if we move to Oklahoma, then Chipper's going to be mad at us. If we move to Arkansas, I bet he's going to be mad at us. If we move to Tennessee, TRN will be mad at us. And if we move to North Georgia, then Sasquatch will be mad at us. There's no winning. May just have to move to Florida. Florida. Bath ain't gonna kill you. Okay, the alligators might. She doesn't want to go to Australia just because of crocodiles. I've been watching videos on Australia, and I'm not going to Australia either. So, yeah. I'm not going to Africa. Yeah, I mean, we could get rid of the ticks, but it works for me. Chipper could do it. Sulfur is actually really good. We put it out, and it actually it reduced the number of bumbles our chickens wound up with. So it's actually really good, something to have in your soil. Rob Painless is probably still trying to scrub the days. Man, I cannot stop yawning for nothing. Do what, babe?
LS said movie people bought land across from their parents, so that's gonna jack the value.
Yeah, and see, we don't want to move anywhere where anybody else wants to be. You would not believe the skyrocketing prices of property in the state of Texas right now.
Yeah, but do you have all kinds of thorny things all over your pasture? We've got cat claw, mesquite, cactus. That's what causes the open sore to get bumbled.
Well, that's true.
Sulfur helps cut down on the bacteria that get in their gut once they've stepped on it.
Yeah, it won't end bumbles. It just cuts down on it. It's not.
But Walter was saying he never had bumbles, but if he don't have all the thorns like we do, they're not going to have as many open sores on their feet.
Oh, yeah, he's over in East Texas. You can roll around out there. They ain't have goat heads, I don't think.
Walter up north, west.
Oh, Walter. I thought you said Robert. Yeah, Walter's up there. They ain't got no stickers up there. All they got is pine needles and pine cones and stuff. I don't even think they got grass burrs up there or nothing.
Oh, no, he's in Pennsylvania, he said.
That's pretty far north. Down here, put it this way. There's a reason people don't go outside barefoot in this part of the world. And same reason we put, what were they, 9-ply tires on your truck? Beat the crap out of us, but we quit getting flats every 5 minutes. Wait, y'all got stickers over there. Y'all grass birds and stuff. Do y'all have goat heads in East Texas? We got them over here. I hate goat heads. What part of Pennsylvania? Because I used to run around barefooted in Pennsylvania all the time. I didn't find one single sticker. But I was in central Pennsylvania. Maybe that's different. Didn't find any in New Jersey either. Yeah.
I'll send you some of this cat claw.
Can you imagine if we got cat claw started in another state and then tried to go back? We get killed. Smolo, you still in here? Those gators he sent me? They work really good for snakes and stuff, but I like to wear them when I'm hiking around because they prevent cat claw injury. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a cat claw video. I'm gonna go get somebody I don't like, and I'm gonna tie them up. And I'm gonna take a picture of them before I drag them through the cat claws, and then a picture of them after I drag them through the cat claws, and then we take them to the hospital. Yeah, cuckoos. No, stickers are weeds that grow in the grass. Not
Puncture weed, that's a goat head.
that goat head? Okay, yeah.
That's what they're actually called. And you can order those puncture weevils to put out in your yard.
Yeah, you can order a weevil that gets rid of those. By the way. Cuckleburs are difficult to get rid of after they get started, after they get dug in. Hey, Biddy, what's it linked to?
Biddy can't put a link to the Hydro Ranch. No, this channel, on the other one.
Fine. It's going to lag a little bit, folks. Still with it. Man, I'm getting a major headache. And it's going to play. I don't have the volume muted. I'll get a bunch of feedback here in a minute. Oh, no, I got it muted. Paused it too. Well, I don't have any moderators over here, do I? Single 3 is moderator. Who did I just add as a moderator? Biddy Boo is now a moderator. What weed chat? That's 10 acres of land in Shirley, Arkansas, isn't it? There's no legal freaking access to it. Probably emailed it, but and I went back 2 or 3 times and it buffered. Every time I'd go in, I was like, well, this is stupid. I'm just going to leave and stay gone. Yeah, I got my, I really think that my channel has been marked for death. And I don't know what to do about it. So a lot of work went into that channel, and I think it's history. But that's my fault. You know, if I hadn't done all the freaking live streams over there and ran my head so many times in the live chats and stuff about political stuff that I shouldn't have been, then I wouldn't be in trouble. My videos aren't getting views anymore. Benny, emailing those will do me a whole lot more good because I'm not going to click on them from here. The live streams I can they're all saved to StreamYard. But all my Patreon stuff is on my YouTube channel. So if I lose my YouTube channel, I lose everything. I have one video that's almost, you know, I was getting 120 to 140 views on a video. And month and a half ago, I guess, maybe 2 months now, that stopped. I have one video is Fear is the Mind Killer. It hasn't broken 80 views. And since I put that video up, none of my videos have been getting views. We usually have anywhere from 10 to 30 people in this room.
10 acres for 22. That's not bad.
And yes, YouTube hosts the videos. Now I could get that VidMe or whatever. I can get an account over there, but that's another $200 and something a month, or a year, $200 something a year. So I can post exclusively on Patreon, and at currently what I make off Patreon is enough to pay for StreamYard, plus a little extra. And what I'm making off of YouTube, which isn't a lot, would pay for VidMe. But if I'm spending, you know, 600 and some change a year just to have a channel that, you know, people can't, hey, Rachel, that people don't know about because I don't have a YouTube channel, then, well, you know, that's why I'm doing my live streams on the real one. And I don't monetize them over here or nothing. I tried to do a couple of live streams over on Wes S where I just said, hey, let's not talk about this, this, and this. And it's not just what I say over here. It's the typed words over in the side chat that flag the video that fast. And y'all know me, if somebody says something over here and I read it, then my mouth's going to follow that chain of thought. I hate Corsair. But I actually, and I am been crying about it on my channel, but I'm scared to death I'm fixing to lose YouTube. It's just weird. I mean, notifications take longer and longer to come through. There's less and less people come in the live chats. My view count is getting lower and lower. Even on the videos that catch all the views. I mean, and I'll check my videos and they'll say 100 views. And then I'll check them 2 days later and they'll show 70 views. And then I check them a few days later and they show 100 and something views. And then I check them again and they're back down to 60 views. They're literally not letting my views register. They're whatever. I had this trouble before. I really don't want to start having this trouble again. But I don't, that's why it's just, my Wes S.theREALone or Wes S is just going to be me making bread, going fishing in 3 hours and 24 minutes. A video will release of me catching frogs for fish bait. That's going to be my other channel. And that's going to be what I do on that one. If y'all want to catch a live stream, y'all better have all the bells and stuff clicked on this channel because this is where I'm going to be doing it. No, yeah, and that's everybody keeps telling me I need to go back to what my channel was about anyway, and that's what I'm going to do. I mean, this Wes S.theREALone, and this is me chatting it up and talking to y'all. I started this channel so I could do the Bible studies and the live streams, but I mean, it was like, nobody was coming over. But and I believe somebody else on a live stream or a video that they did about you couldn't share a live stream on your community page. This is shared on my community page on Wes S. So people but are they laced up, Corsair? Did you ever find out what that big mesquite tree looking thing was in your backyard? The leaves look like mesquite tree. That sucker sure is growing awful tall. I appreciate that, LS. But I mean, that's the thing. I'll just go back to sharing it over there. If people want to come over, they can. But I really do want to be able to, it's everybody's dream to be able to retire to, you know, well, back in, we're talking about being old and we're dating ourselves. I mean, back in the day, to me, the best job I could hope for was to get a contract with Kmart or Walmart or Gibson's or some other place that sold fishing gear, to be the guy that talked about their fishing gear while I was in a boat catching fish. Bill Dance Outdoors. Who's the guy that was always falling out of the boat and stuff? Huh? Yeah, that's the other end of it. I mean, if you're not saying what people want to hear, I'll check my settings, but I've been checking them and I'm not set for. And actually, I get better views on the videos I put not for kids. It's weird. Or age restricted. I have one age restricted video I think that I put out. It's already busted 200 views. Yeah, I need to do the same thing. Now, I know one thing: if you don't go over, and you have to unclick the notification bell and re-click it every so often, or you start getting notified. Right. Whatever, the one thing. And I know there's videos out there that, they're not supposed to run ads and stuff on the ones for kids or something like that. And man, those are the ones that got videos with ads all over them. Thank you, Biddy. I have my office managers on top of all that. So that's probably it, Chipper. All right, Steve, come back in a little bit. We'll probably still be here. It's Friday. Where are we going to go? Everybody has a channel. C103's got some videos. Biddy's got some videos. Walter. And I know I've got a base of people that watch my stuff. It's just, and maybe it's some of the guys that were just coming over and doing I need to go check my analytics on my videos. My watch time may have stayed the same. actually my watch time has stayed the same. It's weird that my watch time can stay the same, but my number of views have gone down, which tells me that the people that were coming over and giving me a view and a thumbs up and then bouncing right out of my video and destroying my actual analytics have stopped doing that to me. And if they want to stay gone, man, all the power to them. That's all I want. Is I want people on my channel that want to watch my video. If you don't want to watch my video, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I understand I'm not for everybody. Do what? Yeah, I'm not their cup of tea because I prefer coffee. There you go. Hello, Texas. Hey, what's up? Prepper Smith or Sergeant Smith or however many thousands of names you have. No, that you can't do that in the side chat anymore. It won't let you go to their channel from the side chat anymore. Because too many people were doing the sub for sub stuff. You know, they do something and people find a way to abuse it and they take it away. People don't get that. I mean, that's like, yes, you can put Chipper in timeout on this one. I am making it. But it's because you're not blue over here, Chipper. And my wife just noticed that, and she's actually considering timing you out just cause. Which would kind of be funny. Do it, I dare you. Putting Chipper in the corner for 300 seconds is like giving him a break. How's things been treating you, Thomas? You know, he's daring you now, big time.
It really makes it hard not to do it.
This is gonna get you, man. Just don't hide him from the channel. Oh, that would be fun.
I need to pee anyway.
Messed up. Oh. So, man, everybody needs to pick me up right now. I'm about to implode. The world opened back up a little bit, and everybody said, "Hey, you can come do all your YouTube stuff now if you want to." And now I'm trapped by a house that was built in the 50s and remodeled in the 80s, and they want to sell it, and I need the money, and I was so close. I was actually able to call the lady and tell her I was done with everything she wanted me to do. So she gave me a list of more stuff to do. I already had my totes packed. I was ready to go. And now I don't get to go. He probably wasn't, what do you call it? subscribed. Okay, I checked. I was at the post office today. They didn't have. It wasn't there. I did get some pretty cool. I confess I don't check the mailbox often enough. I got a Thanksgiving card and a Christmas card. Well, me and my wife did. Very like these. They're from a lady who forgets that the guy reading them is going to be colorblind, and it's used gold ink on beige paper, and that was fun. I'm just. All right. Going to take this knife on a bushcrafting expedition as soon as I can. Going to have to make a sheath for it first, or I'll lose the knife. The sheath is not going to hold it. Need for my body to get used to the cold temperatures or whatever is quite honestly tearing me up. Oh, thanks, Rachel. That'd be a blast. Now, if I put the black light in the ceiling, yes, a new coffee maker is at work is very important. All I got to do to read the walls in here is put a black light in and flick a switch, and I can read all the invisible writing on the walls. And I don't do that because I find it annoying that I want to smack my kids for like graffitiing my walls. Pretty sneaky of them to do it in a way that I didn't know was being done, though, honestly. You need a new coffee maker? You don't get the reference. No, I just found the black lights when I was cleaning up the closet, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happens if I put this in. I put it in and, waited for the sun to go down and unscrewed the other light bulb and turned the black light on, and boom, writing all over the walls. I was like, well, that's just cool. People's names and drawings and stuff like that. Nothing vulgar or anything. Nothing that couldn't be covered up by I guess kilts and something else. The only thing I had that I thought was pretty cool is I had I like Foster's beer, and I had a Foster's beer light, and it got broke. And I checked to see how much it's going to cost to get it fixed. Because everything, I mean, the part of the word Foster's and one of the circles got broke. But it's going to cost like $400 to get the light fixed. So I'm just going to throw it in the trash. Well, that's my deal. Is I'm not allowing myself to drink as much coffee as I usually do. But I'm still drinking some. Like I had 2 cups this morning, and I got this cup before I started the stream, and it sat here and got cold. And I don't know how long the stream's been running. Oh,
30 socks.
oh yeah.
I'll pass.
See, now y'all just being gross. You don't have the money to get new socks. True, Aaron. That's what that turned into. Do what?
LS needs to get busy.
You need to get busy. Rice and beans are okay. They really are. They're one of the best things you can do. And we've got so much of the wheat stored. I mean, most of that's because we got a really big blessing from a fellow believer. There's no way we could send him the money for the stuff if he would ever let us. He's still ticked off at us because he wanted to pay us for helping him move, and we wouldn't take the money. Because for crying out loud, we had how many cows? I forget. That was butt ton. We wound up with plenty of wheat and beans and some sugar and other stuff. And really, you got a brand new machete. That he gave that table y'all saw me make the bread on. He said, "You want that?" I'm like, "Yeah." How much? He said, "No. Do you want that?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I had to bring it home, and I thought that is the perfect height for a tall guy. And anyway, long story short, back to the food thing. Anything's better than nothing. And I honestly, I would not want to face.
Walter's out.
Later, Walter. And thank you, Walter, for the gift of the frankincense. You want a pie plate? I think she wants me to send her that pie plate. I don't know why. Where did we get that thing at?
Which one?
That
The one that has the recipe in it?
yeah.
Oh, no, I think your mom.
I think you're right. I think that's something my mom had hanging up on the wall.
So you can't give it away if that was your mom's.
That was my mom's pie plate. Sorry. I got a metal one around here. You can have one. All right, I'll copy the recipe in it in Sharpie. You can have it. Anyway, how much food you should have. I would not want to face 2021 without 6 months of groceries. 6 months of something to eat, even if it was just rice and beans.
And the French onion soup mixes or dip mixes, you put that in food and it makes it freaking delicious.
Yes.
Rob's in here.
Hey, Rob, is there any of those where you can get your hands on them? Oh, wait, never mind. You hurt. I'll go get them. They are used to me getting up and walking away. Oh, they are by now. You can find the boxes. Okay. We'll go over the bugging out and bugging in thing here in a minute. Let me switch to the other. I'm on the YouTube one so I can watch the deal. This. Oh, here it is. I forget how much these packets are. They're not much, but vegetables, the roast, and just dump this in there as the best pot roast you could ever hope for. Same thing, beans and just little packages of different flavor, so you're not just eating beans and rice. Yeah, the Lipton onion soup mix, any of the instant powdered soup mix packages. We've got, I don't know how, we got a whole bucket full of these somewhere, different ones. The chili one, they were on clearance. I bought every one they had. And apparently you don't leave them where your wife can see them when she's making goulash. She says, "Ooh, that'll be good." And she just dumps a whole package in one pan of goulash. And it was actually pretty good, but it was a little warm. So if you like hot chili, it was really good. So I've used one to spice stuff up, but I just put about a fourth of the package in there, and it was pretty good too. Do I have one laying up here? The somewhere back in my hobo playlist or whatever, I make a pot or a little pan out of a vegetable can. I think might have been pork and beans or green beans. No, it's whole kernel of corn. Anyway, I made me a little cup out of it, and I used that to make some rice in. And I put this in there. One package of Chicken Express Serendipity seasoned salt in that rice. And it was delicious. That's the rice and beans are fillers. You make other stuff to go on them. Even when we were camping, I mean, Rob put a lot of effort into making rice in that little bitty aluminum pot of his.
Where do you get that? Which one?
Get this from Chicken Express. You walk in and you order your 4 tenders or whatever for $7, and then you take your little tray over there and you get a double handful of these and you drop it on there. You eat your chicken and you put the rest of them in your pocket. They have hot and mild. I keep 3 or 4 of these in my bug out bag. Because same thing, you can take these, and if you catch a rat or a lizard or something, or whatever.
What is that one chicken place everybody, Bojangles or whatever?
Bojang.
They have seasoning packs too.
Okay, this is Mrs. Dash and Lowry's mixed together, for crying out loud.
But it's prepackaged.
It's prepackaged. They call it Serendipity. That's because you were having fun, Robert. You nursed that little can. It was fun to watch, man. I appreciate it. The rice was really good. But not saying that you were making a complaint or whatever. I'm just saying that the thing about it is you have the rice and you make it, and then you put that in there, and the little bit of soup and the little bit of fish or whatever that you catch and stuff, you use it to flavor your rice. There you go. And that's, we're mac and cheese champs around here. One of our go-to prep items is mac and cheese in a box with tuna fish. It's that simple. Calorie wise, we may not be full and happy about it, but calorie wise, for one meal, we can make one box of mac and cheese and put one package of tuna in it, open a can of green beans, and we can split the mac and cheese and tuna fish and green beans 4 ways, and nobody has to go to bed hungry. It's that simple. Same thing. Do that in the morning for breakfast and get old. Or we actually package rice and sugar together.
Oh, Wesley will die, Carol.
Can you put her in timeout? That's my favorite seasoning. And if that's true, anybody goes to the store and tries to buy up all the Mrs. Dash, I'm going to stone you. Now, if you want to buy it and send it to me, that's fine. I don't want to have to make my own Mrs. Dash. It would be Mr. Dash. But it's super simple. You made tuna fish spaghetti the other day. Never tried it. Don't have a problem with it. It's actually pretty good. Um, it was the little thin Mexican noodles. I don't know. That's not the right name for them. I feel really bad now. But you get them in the Mexican food, all vermicelli, but they're packaged and they don't say in English words on them. Okay. But they were 49 cents a bag. Yeah, we bought a bunch of them. But you make the noodles.
And they take less cook time.
They take a lot less cook time. You make the noodles, you pour the condensed soup, cream of chicken, or whatever, cream of whatever soup you want to put in there, because it's your spaghetti, okay? And then if you've got chicken, you put chicken, or you put tuna fish, or whatever, and you stir it up, little salt, little pepper, maybe a little Mrs. Dash since it's extinct now, and then dinosaurs are the only thing that get to eat it, and then you enjoy. Um, yeah, um, it's expensive. They don't keep very much of it because there's so many people come out with knockoffs now. You can actually get Mrs. Dash substitutes at the Dollar Tree for $1 a bottle. I've got some of them. They're not as good as Mrs. Dash, but they'll do in a pinch. Um, I hope it's warm enough. I gotta cook some of that fish tomorrow, or just chop it up and feed it to the chickens. One of the two. About 8 pounds worth of fish in there. I got to do something with. Thought it out, and I got to either eat it or lose it. I've been thinking that all the way through. There's a lot of different ways. And one thing you got to realize is that if you're like for 2021, what I think people need to be able to do is substitute what's actually going to be available into their homes. You're not going to be, I don't think you're going to have to live out of your preps in 2021. But I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be able to continue to reside in their homes because they have food. Bread is going to become very expensive. There's a reason I'm trying to learn to make bread. Bread is going to get super expensive in the next 4 years. Anybody heard of this thing called hyperinflation? $15 an hour. It's going to cost you an hour of your life to pay for a loaf of bread. But if you've already got the wheat, you don't have to sweat that. I just had a super good idea, honey. I'm gonna build a little thing and I'm gonna dry that fish tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. I'm glad you thought of it all by yourself.
I did. I come up with that all by myself. Because that would be like pretty cool. Like if I had caught like a surplus of fish out in the wild, that's what I'd do with it too. I don't know where these ideas come from. There's like
Not me.
firework brain farts.
Yeah, or were you just on low blood pressure?
I was on low blood pressure medicine. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Rob, but dang, I mean, it's already cut, it's filleted and everything, man. They did all the work. They caught it, they cleaned it, they filleted it. All I was going to do was cook it. I was on cholesterol med, or they wanted to put me on cholesterol meds until I started eating bacon. It was weird. I got on keto, and then my cholesterol was fine. I was like, wait a minute, I'm eating all the stuff you said causes cholesterol. The cholesterol lives in your body because you're Did you time him out? Or did he just leave for a little bit? Oh. Or did he time himself out? He timed himself out? Oh, okay. You had to detour. Hey, how's your dog, Chip? I was going to call you today, but I forgot. I just asked you in front of everybody. I like that dog. Oh, we had tamales. Not tamales. Is that what those are? We had tamales for supper. They were actually pretty good. In case anybody had a hankering for tamales and there's now jealous or whatever. I don't like them. If you make tamales that are like super hot or whatever, I mean, don't invite me to eat any of them. Okay. Um, have you ever had green tamale? To this day, I don't know what that man put in those tamales, but those were so flipping good. It's just like cheddar cheese and beer. We had a dozen beef tamales and a dozen chicken tamales. It's I don't know, it's greens of some kind, but they spice it up and they wrap it up inside the the meal just like you would a regular tamale and cook it, and it's flipping good. The ones that are made with green stuff on the inside, Rob, not the ones off your dashboard.
They had cream cheese tamales, chicken and beef, and I just could not see eating a cream cheese tamale.
Cream cheese tamale? That doesn't even sound natural.
No.
That sounds like one of the boxes they check off whenever they're kicking you in the hell. And so you had cream cheese tamales. St. Peter just kicks you on down the stairs. I like flavorful foods, but I do not want to have to fight my food. So they do say that people who enjoy hot, spicy food actually have more taste buds than those who don't. I'm happy with the number of taste buds that I have. And that's the thing, the green tamales, they're not spicy at all. So they don't have jalapeno. It's not jalapenos that make them green. I don't know what it is. No, it's like, I mean, seriously dark, like spinach green. And I think that's what's in it. Honestly, I think it's some kind of greens. It's probably poke salad or something, honestly. Oy vey with the people wanting wrenches and crap. Hold on, I'm wrenching her. Stand to, Rachel. Wrench coming in. There. I forget nobody's got wrenches over here. Or never mind. Oh yeah, I did like that. That way Russian hackers can get your number. Not over here. There's not like anybody. I don't guess we got any trolls over here yet. Did Lone Star Lewis Smith, you still in here? Did we miss a comment or something? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? You've done it now, Rachel. He's going to pester you with all kinds of silly text messages all the time. I mean, he won't text me, but he'll text you. At least I hope there aren't any trolls over here. Any trolls? Just catching up on my notifications. Probably. Rachel and the missus always talking about something. Okay, LS, thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's like 10:30 where you're at. It's not like a month. It'll be a few days though, usually, when I pick up my phone. What? What? I was in Slayton the other day when I realized I didn't have my phone. Oh, really? Keep it that close? I might want to check the battery right now. I'm actually thinking about getting a new phone. Um, Rachel Lance's package is supposed to be there by like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, they said.
Rob is probably just as bad as
Rob, you do that, man.
so you.
No, that's me. That's just. I warn people to just deal with it. Let me see. Who haven't I texted back? Um, I've replied to every one of Robert Moore's text messages. I just haven't answered them. I just talked to him on here. To who else? I replied to that one. Okay, I texted the revolting man, and then he texted me back the next day, and I still haven't acknowledged that I got his text 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Damn, I just looked at the date. But so what? But what? It could be. I don't know what was in it. I mean, the guy. Um, the individual's total range of English was looking at me, raising his eyebrows, pointing to the plate full of tamales, and shrugging his shoulders, and or rolling his hand in my direction, rolling it back down to the plate, and giving a slight shrug while making eye contact, which means I've got plenty. Do you want some? And I was like, yeah, I'll try that. And then I was like, he brought them once a week for lunch. And yeah, I was a fan. Took me forever to figure out what the hell he was talking about when he was talking about sawhorses. Um, called them burros. Burros. Donkeys. Little donkeys. And whenever I asked him what was in the burrito, or not the burritos, the green tamales, he said burros. And he would smile, which basically meant none of my business. It was some kind of greens, like poke salad or dandelion or something. But dude, this man was straight up undocumented worker. So I wasn't doing the hiring. I just pointed and told him what to do. Got really good at pointing. But he was really, I mean, he knew the job better than I did. I just happened to be the super. Just, I'd be trying to do something, and he would just come over and take my tools away and just like get it done. I'd be like, I was doing that. And he shared his lunch, so whatever. The Balanza comes with stewed onions and prickly pear cactus. Is really good. I don't know if I got Rob to where he actually enjoyed cactus or not. I think they're delicious. And the green tunas or whatever, there's very little difference between them and okra. I swear. I don't think there is. Texture and the flavor, everything's about the same. You just, don't eat raw prickly pear. Okay, Bitty Boo, have a good night. Thanks for coming by and stuff. I'll text you next year sometime. But I like curly dock. Which you got a lot of curly dock at your house, or you did last year. Robert, we need to make us some greens. I like primrose. That's pretty good. Purslane, not primrose. Purslane, not primrose. I take that back. Purslane is good. Anyway, I like the little clover stuff that with the yellow flowers that tastes like lemon. I love that stuff. You can't eat like a whole bunch of it, but you can eat. Those are delicious. And you honestly, in our part of the world, well, that drought took out a bunch of them, but A deliberate person could collect enough of those to make a lot of flour. I'm just saying. I really like Devil's Claw. Dandelion flower is good. Dandelion greens aren't bad. The roots are real kind of, they're not great, but they're edible. The yucca tops they're okay. They're not good. The flowers are good when they first open. Don't wait till they're 3 or 4 days old and try to eat them. They get all bitter. But when they first open, man, they're good. You can just eat them straight off the tree too. You just don't worry about the little bugs. It's just free groceries. There's a lot of stuff out there that people just don't eat because they haven't thought about it. The reason a lot of these things are here in the U.S. is because somebody brought them over here because the poor people knew that was free food. Like the freaking tumbleweeds, for crying out loud. Russian thistle is what they call it. The little bitty plants up to about 3 inches tall, man, they're delicious. Pull them right out of the ground and eat them. And if you've got all flipping day to mess with it, you can grind up corn and make corn and dove soup too. Johnson grass, the seeds on it is actually a type of milo. They're edible. You can make flour out of them. A lot of people are afraid to eat Johnson grass because, oh, it's toxic. Johnson grass is only toxic when it's wilted. If you take it like the stalks or whatever, the part with the fluffy stuff in it or whatever, where all the moisture and stuff is, if you eat it, pick it and eat it straight, don't let it wilt. You pick it and eat it, you're fine. Or if you pick it and let it dry all the way, you're fine. You can't eat it when it's wilted. On the Johnson grass, those little white tubers that run and actually spread the Johnson grass, those are a good source of starch. But again, you have to take them out of the ground and you have to eat them. You can't store them up for later because Johnson grass, when it wilts, it produces a toxin. So, but it only produces the toxin after it starts to wilt. So if you eat it before it wilts, it can't produce the toxin. Or if you wait until after it.
Wild lizard wouldn't be good. People eat snakes.
Yeah, Rachel, just make sure it's not some protected lizard or whatever. I mean, research the kind of lizards you got. What do you want, TK? I'm gonna ship you. I'm gonna put you in a box. And I'm gonna take you to Rob's house, and you can be Sarah's new cat. You wanna do that? Just remember, I don't like cats. What? Who's your cat?
No.
Well, I have to have all the animals. Go lay down. Go lay down on Liz's pillow. Do not reach up here and claw me again. What do you want? Remember when a cat? Free cat. Free cat. She's bullet resistant. Listen. No. Those are geckos. If I saw a gecko laying eggs, I would steal every one of them and boil it. I'd boil the little buggers. I'd eat them. I'd eat boiled gecko eggs. I never find them until they're got a little hole in the end of them and a gecko's done crawled out. We have mountain boomers, which I wouldn't kill one of those. They're too pretty. What are those long green things that are all over the place, man? They're just lizards. Let's call them lizards. Then we have the blue-tail skink. We have the silver skink. We have the horned lizard. We have the rough tree lizard. And the rough tree lizard, the ones around there, actually some of them around here that are, I've thought about doing a catch and cook on one of them because they get up about the size of a ground squirrel or bigger. If somebody would quit catching the big ones, it would help. She come walking around the house the other day, and now she won't give up the lizard. If she catches a lizard, she's eating it. Comes walking around the corner. This is back when it was still warm. Walking around the corner, and she had 10 inches of lizard sticking out of her face. She seen me looking at her and turned around and ran the other way because she knew I was going to take it away from her. I would prefer if she didn't kill and eat all the lizards. Hot lizards. Okay. About the time I decided to start eating more than rattlesnakes, I haven't found any. I mean, I don't know what happened, but the summer heat, I guess, is what did it. I mean, literally, I saw almost no snakes this summer, which tickled the wives' fancy, but all I saw were hognose. Caught 2 baby hognose and 3 or 4 adults.
Lot lizards. Or you can eat them too.
I'm not going to eat the lot lizards, no. I didn't know Chipper was shopping for lot lizards. That explains why anyone give up his trucking gig, though. Just make sure they ain't got baby lizards in them. They're like wafer thin. You can see through the eggs. Of course, on identifying and rescuing lot lizards. Everyone I've ever seen sure been on his last legs, that's for sure. Almost said something really off color. Let's change the subject from lot lizard.
So now they want to take away somebody's honest way of making a living.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He said it's a requirement for CDL to fight against it. So they're trying to take away somebody's life.
Somebody's livelihood.
Yeah.
They're just trying to work for a living. I ain't never known a lot lizard to have a pimp out there. But the last remaining one we had here, she had a steady clientele. So she didn't even go to the truck stop. They came to her.
We may have to go find some better band-aids.
You need me to look at that? Might get better after you lay down and get the pressure off of it. Godzilla or the Lizard King? I didn't know. I actually have footage that I saw shot in South Texas where I was trying to get me a tree lizard, but Mez, everything down there, as soon as you pull out a 22, that's it. Game over. They don't want to play anymore. Her coffee maker's busted, Robert. She needs a new coffee maker.
Make cowboy coffee.
I like cowboy coffee. When we going camping, Robert? It's a new coffee maker, but you have to pour boiling water through it. What? Oh, you running water through the coffee maker? Oh, okay. And you're getting a duck out of it. Okay. Here's an idea I had, Robert. I'm gonna run this by you, and the whatever the choir here can listen to it, and they're gonna be, oh, that sounds like a really good idea. What if I try to the next time we go camping, I use just stuff that I've made. You know, I'm taking my hammock and stuff so you people can kiss my butt. But if like um, no store-bought bushcraft knife, no store-bought bow, you know, stuff like that. That kind of stuff. I'm debating about it. People don't realize how important it is to run water through your coffee maker the first time, just to make sure that you get all of the chemicals out. It is an interesting idea, but I don't know if I could get it done by January 1st because I literally want to film making everything and then go use it. And successfully making a large knife is apparently not my forte. I can make small ones and they turn out just fine. When I try to make a large knife like that would work for, building a shelter or, fighting grizzly bears or whatever, I don't have that good luck. Like I want to make a fishing spear and see if I can actually true chipper that I forgot about that. I mean, I cannot believe that hammock video didn't get a whole lot more traction than it did. But then again, if you can take a $6 tarp and a $3 rope and make a hammock, then I don't think you really need to go out and spend $30 on a hammock. So maybe people don't need to know that. Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was a really cool idea. And my grandson's napped in hammocks like that before. Actually, he sleeps rather well in it. I mean, they're noisy, but you're off the ground. And if you do it right, you're out of the rain. So, I fell asleep in it. I've actually thought about setting my hammock up in the house, just sleeping in my hammock because it sleeps so well. Right now, though, it's getting down in the, I think it's getting down in the 50s down there in South Texas at night. So honestly, I'd like to go back to South Texas, but I'd also like to go. I'd like to go to the Quachita in Oklahoma and do a cold weather camp. I can handle the mountains there. If we could get into the Madera Canyon or whatever at BTSR, I'd go do it over there. I don't recall a whole lot of places to swing a hammock in the Madera Canyon, though. On the far side of the creek, there were some trees, but we down there awful close to the water. It'd be a bad deal in a flash flood. The only real places. Is there places you can camp in the Guadalupe? No, I don't want to go to a campground. I mean, I know that sounds all snooty or whatever, but I could camp out every weekend around here if I wanted to. Just I'd have to go where other people camp out all the time. It's just not. Yeah, but ranchers have. That's the ones over there by El Paso, right? Never been to them. I drove by them. It's a long way to El Paso from here. Is that how you say it? Washita? Washita. Washita. That's what I was thinking. That's the one in Oklahoma, right there? Or not. Two or 3 hours from you. You talking about up there, like kind of where you was at or whatever? In the where like the snow and shit was at? Oh, my body just started aching thinking about camping out in the snow, man. Something like, I wouldn't mind going camping over there or whatever, but that ain't gonna be no Wes doing it with rough gear. That'd be Wes taking all his stuff. But like, what's that, Wes? Oh, that's my new hot tent. The one that has a wood burning stove in it. That'd be the one. We can do that. Apparently, first thing I got to do is figure out how to smoke fish. That's a good answer, isn't it?
Look at Carol.
Oh, I don't know, Carol. What have you been searching lately? Them dogs going off like crazy out there. Say the inside or outside? Yeah, man.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. How to win the lottery? No. Well, apparently, Carol, it's not winning the lottery. It's because someone mentioned lot letter. It's that all ties together. It's probably easier to get a rich old boy to want you than it is to win the lottery. Anyway. I'll research the Guadalupes, man, but I hadn't actually thought about it. No, I try to keep it where I want to keep the elevation at a minimum because I need air. So. Well, my doctor actually enlightened me further upon my COPD. It's the bronchitis version, and that's thus the constant annoying little cough. It's my bronchial tubes are in hyper mode, making mucus. So if I want to stand a chance on getting rid of and I'm started on the quitting smoking stuff already. I know it doesn't look like it, but trust me, I have. So I don't think I can add any years to my life at this point, but I think I can minimize the number of years that I'll have to lay in a bed with oxygen shoved up my nose. But when it comes to the point where I'm fixing to have to start dragging an oxygen bottle around with me in my wheelchair or whatever, I will be going grizzly bear hunting. So, with a pocket knife. I will take a pocket knife and I will go try to kill a grizzly bear. The end. We were always really limited on time because yeah, I was never in a position to draw a vacation. So about the best thing we could hope for was a 3-day weekend or something like that. But because a lot of the times the missus was working at places that when everybody else was taking a 3-day weekend, she was actually having to cover 1 or 2 of those days at work. We, if it was more than a couple hours, we just didn't go. If we couldn't make it there in 2 hours, we didn't go. Um, our kids are doing a lot of traveling around, catching up on a lot of things they didn't get to see when they were younger, which is fine. I mean, when they were little bitty, before I crippled myself, we took them all over hell and gone. Oh, yay, Rachel. I gotta get back out and start doing stuff or whatever. This shutdown literally has taken years off of my life because the stuff I was using as an excuse to get out and stay active, I quit doing because everybody was scared. So, Wachita is pissed. That's 8.5 hour drive. And then I don't know nothing about it. You basically just find a road and drive around in it until you find a place to pull off the road. And then you walk. You gotta walk so far off the road, and you can camp. And you can camp for 16 days straight. So.
Oh, causing him pain now.
Did you hear that, Rob? The missus says I should apologize to you for causing you pain like that and forcing you to think. And what's that? The camping with only homemade gear or camping in the mountains? I don't know which one. We've talked about, or I've rambled on about a lot of different things here. Okay, right hand. That's money going out, right? I hate that. Or is that money coming in? Oh, dang it. I don't like strangers. Somebody knocks on that front door. I'm answering it with Boretta. Anyway. Because I can do canyons, man. I love canyons. See, I know how to form a skillet or a pan. It's more like, it's not really a skillet or a pan. It's kind of, I can make a wok out of a piece of flat iron. Yeah, camping on a budget. See, that's what my channel started out. Um, that's what we'll do. We'll go camping and we'll do it with hobo rolls. We'll have to work through this, but we'll do hobo roll camping. What? We could do geriatric camping. I would love to do it. And man, I was this close. There was uh, there was no title, but the guy could get a bill of sale, and it was on a 78 or something like that Chevy motorhome. Ran the whole 9 yards. It had been taken care of. Blah 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 blah. The guy just wanted to get rid of it. Yada yada. I'm like, why is the dollar amount so low on this truck? And then I finally found it. Engine displacement, 454 cubic inches. Later, man. Oh, what is it, like 72 or something? Are you out in the sand without your shoes on or something? Ooh, never try to sleep on the beach in Florida. You will freeze to death. Nah, we'll be fine. The new hobos, man, they got it made. Or, well, homeless people. You know, one of the big channels is going to be out there doing that now, right? Yeah. There you go, Aaron. My request is that when I get too old to enjoy being alive, and that I become more of a burden on my loved ones than a joy, that they take me trout fishing, which basically means put me by the water with a fishing pole and go away.
Oh yeah, it's chilly where Carol is. I don't want to move that far north. It's 51 here.
I'd just like to point out to you that Paris, Texas gets that cold. Paris gets that cold. I mean, it's worse up there where she's at. She's up in uh, the center of the flat Earth. But oh, 75, that's damn near Arctic. You better put on a jacket.
81 low of 70, 79 low of 70, 79 low of 70, 81 low of 70. But Tuesday is 66 there.
In Paris?
And, no, right.
Oh, Rachel. It's just showing off now. Yeah, but she has to worry about getting a sunburn. So there. Sunburn and getting sand fleas. See, we don't have to worry about sand fleas here, just regular fleas. If I could get to Hawaii without flying, I would go. Get there without flying. Rachel, you'll have to do something called putting on clothes. Weren't you the one that was talking about you missed snow the other day, Rachel? Asking for a friend. That's because you're a white girl living someplace that was designed for Polynesians. Did you see? You lived in Alaska, you know what to do when it snows. You want to go somewhere where you have all the seasons, just come to Texas. You can have all 6 seasons in one day. Yeah. You have winter, spring, windy season, summer, rainy season, and fall. And it has rained at midnight, snowed at 2 a.m., melted off before the sun come up. We've had blowing dirt, blistering heat, back to freezing cold temperatures, all in one 24-hour period on this property. This state is freaking bipolar. We're in the windy season right now. We don't have fall in this part of Texas. We have blowing. The leaves don't come down off the trees. They take off and go to the next county. Let me see if I can find a link to see if I can find a link to this video. Not you. You suck at the game. TK. Go somewhere else. It's gonna scratch. It's not called. It's cold formed.
thought you were going to say windy season, hot and windy season, dry and windy season.
You know what? We haven't had, well, actually, I guess what we've been dealing with is the wet season. Our wet season usually runs from the end of October through December. We haven't had enough water this year, though. We've had some, but they literally are not going to show me the video or a video of the little Chinese dudes making the skillets. So stupid easy to do. Pretty much. We do. That's the wind doesn't blow that much in the summer.
When it's 110 degrees and you wish it would blow.
I don't know. When the wind does blow when it's 110 like that, I hate it. It's like you're standing in front of a blow dryer everywhere you go. You get in the shade, the freaking wind's blowing the hot air under the tree. I hate that. Rob, that's when it rains. But I think those are pretty much over. Yeah, the day it rained last year. Y'all have been real bad. Y'all usually get way more water than we do down here. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Rob. Yeah, there you go. Thought I'd found me a place, but somebody says I don't want to live by Childers. Because he's all prejudiced and stuff. I thought there was a chance in hell of finding any place in this country where you weren't going to run into methamphetamine. I'd go there in a heartbeat. But Littlefield's ate up with meth. I know that. Leveland's ate up with methamphetamine. It's been ate up with meth for forever, though. Trust me, I know. You just have to build outside of town and not mess with people that do that shit. Yeah, but you live in a rainforest, Aaron, or buy one. Up there around Portland and Seattle and stuff, that's all a temperate rainforest. Don't y'all get over 60 inches a year or something like that? Chipper, how much rain have y'all gotten? Have you kept a running total? How much rain have y'all gotten this year? Oh, I'm gonna have to bounce. Can you imagine, Rob, if y'all got 3 inches of rain over the next 3 days? Just a nice, slow inch of rain in 24 hours, and then another inch of rain the next 24 hours, and another inch of rain the next 24 hours. There'd be standing water everywhere for a day. Lost track after 30 feet. Oh wow, I don't even want to say what we've gotten here then. But it was weird. As soon as the well, we had a couple of decent rains that kind of brought the garden back. And then that freeze came, and we've gotten rain ever since the freeze came. We've probably got what? 10 inches of rain the past couple of months. 8 or 10 inches of rain. I know that one week we got over 5 inches in 1 week. But we didn't have anything all summer. But it was weird. The rain that filled up the thing wasn't even the big rains. That stuff just ran out the top because it was already full. It was with the 2 small rains that filled it up. Yeah, I know. That's probably one of the best things I could do is go buy another one of those and put it in the other valley. And if I'd run, actually, if I just put it at the back, the only problem is that's further away from where I would actually need it. But I need 2 more tanks. I need one. Need to go to the back of the house into one, and then I need to go to the carport into one. Or it's not the carport anymore; it's the den. It whoa, that was weird. Y'all still there? The den is 28 by 27. That's the surface area of it, of the roof. So that would catch a little bit of water. I had no idea how much water ran off a roof until I put that catchment in. And seriously, it doesn't matter where we move to. That will probably be the first thing that happens is a catchment system will be put up. You know, I will try to make sure the water catchment is in before there's even a toilet. We can crap in a bucket. We can't drink air. And see, that's just off the carport. Oh, that's me kicking the wire. I should probably quit that. It's not that the lamp keeps flickering out when I move my foot, so I'll bring it back in here. All right, Rachel, good night. I just saw that you were bowing. Good night, Lance. The beauty of it is you can make put up guzzler setups, which are basically just lean-tos out in the pasture, and put a catchment tank up on them. And if nobody's out there messing around in it or whatever, it's actually something that the wildlife will take to. And you put the catchment tank in, and then you let the overflow run into something that the animals can utilize, and then you'll bring the wildlife in for the drinking water. There's a lot of reasons to move over there. But aren't y'all also the state that just went blue? I'm asking for a friend. I just heard that rumor. I need to check on Thomas, see how dry that sucker is. Oh, excuse me. Huh. But if it's messed up. All the people that are moving over here, well, to everywhere, we've only caught 500,000 of them. There's been 5 million leave. A lot of them have gone to other places like Nevada, Arizona, Wyoming, Montana.
Lake Meredith says it's 35.8% full as of 12:15.
35.8% full as of 12:15, Robert. Anyway, if they don't leave their way of thinking in California, the states they move to will be just as broke and just as impossible to do business in as California. And these adults are bringing their children with them. Their children are going to have been around other Californian kids and taught by California teachers. And yeah. People are going to start bailing on Florida too. But all the big jobs and stuff, all the jobs and everything coming in to Texas will start bringing in the other people. Texas is going to explode in population. It's just, I don't, if I wanted to get rich, Texas would be a good place to do it, I think. But I don't want to be rich. I do not want to have to answer for that one, too. Because I'm sorry, you can't be. Not in today's society. You just can't be a good person and successful. It just doesn't work. Well, yeah, that's not entirely true, but I don't think I could. The only way I know how to win out on stuff like that are ways I don't want to do. So. That's 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm exhausted. Unless anybody has any super duper questions that for the reals questions, I'm going to get off of here and see if I can find a video on how to form dun dun dun. Yeah, this stuff. I don't know if this is the one I'm thinking of, but it's awful pretty. Anyway, let me watch a little bit of this. Let me share this link real quick. Oh, this is aluminum. That's cheating. No, this is it. Let me show you all this link. I've actually done this. This is a lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah, I think Abbott's letting his rhino stuff show. But we lost Austin and Dallas and Houston. And that was bad. What do y'all think about Prather? Chad Prather. I don't want to talk about it all night, but I don't know. Yeah, San Antonio was probably one of the first ones to fall. He's running for governor. He's a comedian. He's from Austin. He's definitely um, conservative. You really don't you don't know nothing about. And he's Chad Prather. I like him. I just don't know about Governor Prather. Exactly, Chipper. I mean, just because he stands for the same thing I do. And, I'm fed up with politicians. That's my only problem with Cruz. Cruz is a professional politician. We don't need to be electing politicians anymore. The if somebody's chosen politics as a career, then they don't need to be in politics. I like his dogs. Dogs pretty chill. He's got a radio show and stuff. Well, I was actually behind Trump from day one. Trump was my guy. The only thing I didn't like about Trump was he wasn't openly supportive of the Second Amendment. And so there's a lot about that stuff that I don't like still about him. But if you put pro Constitution guys in office everywhere else, and a businessman running the company, which our country is a company, then you make out all right. Oh, don't get me wrong. I sure didn't think Trump was the second coming. I just knew he's the best option we've had in forever. Now, Trey Gowdy, if he'd drop his ad in there, I don't know how to think about it. Because he's about the most unpolitician-y politician I know of. But I don't think he'll do it. Oh, he's got better things to do with his life. You know what I mean? I'm getting off of here. I've got better things to do with y'all's life than watch a guy with his dirty glasses yawning. So Friday, I'll see y'all tomorrow night, hopefully. Y'all trying to stay alive if you can out there, okay? Y'all go check out that old dude making that skillet. Up there, it's a link right there. He's doing it with aluminum, which is a whole lot easier than steel, but you can still do it. Love all y'all. Y'all good night. Stay blessed. Stay alive. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Oh, did he put up a video? I'll do that, Chipper. Okay. Tell everybody I said hi, Rob. Good night, everybody.